I love rainy, foggy days just like today. They are the best. The only thing that's better is snow. That's coming soon, and I cannot wait. It is one of those rainy days, folks. This morning, and really coming out here, heavy, heavy rain. I don't know if that's coming this direction or not. We shall see. Right now, my goal is to get to the top of this mountain. Get to the top of the mountain without sweating my brains out. That can be difficult, you know what I mean? I'm out here for multiple reasons. First off, it's foggy, it's rainy, I love it. Second, I am basically re-familiarizing myself with this area. I haven't been out here in about a year, and I wanted to come out, check things out, and maybe find some places to stealth camp later on this winter. For this episode, I'm filming this on the new GoPro, the 10. Previously, I've used the GoPro 9, and I didn't care for it all that much. Video quality was okay. Stabilization, okay. The sound, the audio, terrible. It would pop, crack. I think it was a hardware problem with the GoPro. It was an issue that was never solved, but hopefully it's not an issue with this one. I do not have my rain pants on, and I'm not going to put them on either. It's simply too hot. I would get wet with sweat, so it really doesn't matter. Wet with sweat or wet from the rain. If the temperature was lower, I'd put on my rain pants, but right now, there's no worry of hypothermia or anything like that. The forecast for the day is nothing but rain. Rain, showers, thunderstorms, up to 1 inch maybe. As we explore out here, we will stop at some point in time. We'll pitch the tarp, set up the chair, have lunch, have coffee. Who knows where? Look at the water coming down the trail here. This is how hard it's been raining this morning. Oh no, folks. Check that out. Someone better call Post 10 and get him out here. All right, I'll do it for him this time. In all seriousness, the trail is flooded. There's just a river of water coming down. Am I sweaty and hot with this jacket on? You know it. Big time. People ask me all the time what YouTube channels that I watch. So I'll tell you about a few. One channel that I watch is Post 10. The guy just runs around unclogging culverts. He has a passion for culverts and drains. It's incredible, it really is. The guy's odd, he seems nice, and his content is interesting. Another channel that I like to watch is Drain Addict. I think that's the name of it. Some guy from Australia who unclogs drains and makes gigantic messes. The Drain Addict guy, he seems like a good bloke as well. Let me tell you, he works hard for his money. Make sure to go check out his channel and give him a thumbs up. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. I really don't have much time to watch YouTube because I'm so busy. By the time that I sit down to watch YouTube, I'm too tired to stay awake long. But anyway, I really don't watch any outdoor channels or anything like that. And that's not to say there are not good channels out there, because I'm sure there are. But I spend all day, every day in the outdoors. I want to watch something different when it comes to watching YouTube. I am making my way to the top of this mountain now. I'm basically going off of the dirt trail and I'm hiking up this rock face. So I have to be very careful here. It's very slick. The name of the game is small little steps. You don't reach out. You don't do anything that really causes you to put pressure on your feet in a way that they'll slide back and forth. People die on rock faces like this all the time, so don't mess around. Whew. That is slick. It's very slick. We've made it to the top of the mountain. I'm hot and sweaty. Whew. It is beautiful though. Check this out. This really is my type of day. No one's out here, no one's been out here for a while. There's no tracks in the mud back there, so it's been a few days since someone's been out this way. That's what I like. I love going out on these adventures lone wolf style. When I started the Outdoor Gear Review, I would get flack for going out on backpacking trips and hiking trips by myself. I mean, like all the time. People would be upset, saying that I was being reckless, being dangerous, you should never go out by yourself. And now, after like 8 years, 9 years of the Outdoor Gear Review, things have changed. There are a million channels copying exactly what I do right here. Everyone goes out by themselves. And it's good for right here. It's good for this. It's good for this. No, I don't care if people copy me. That is all right. People have tried copying my style, copying the name of my channel, copying the lone wolf thing. It's okay. I don't care. With my channel, I do what I want to do. I don't care about anyone else. I could stay here, have coffee, have lunch, but I don't want to. It's too early. I wanted to check on this place though, make sure it's still here. This is a shelter that I've always wanted to stealth camp at. And maybe I will one day. Maybe this winter, when the entire area is closed and there's no way to get here, I will hike in and we will stay inside of there. Oh yeah, it's raining all right. I'll hike down here and maybe stand underneath a tree for a minute. When it comes to going out on trips by yourself, you have to realize that there's a risk in everything that you do. The odds are you will get hit and killed in a car accident before you go missing out on the trail. In the end, there is a risk. There's wild animals, there's weather, there's people with bad motives. It is what it is. But yet, we don't let those things stop us. We prepare as much as possible, and we go out and we do what we love. Staying at home and doing nothing because you're fearful is 10 times worse than going out and dying doing what you love. If that's the way I go, I went out doing what I love to do. Nobody can blame me for that. The water table for this area is full. It simply cannot take any more. We've been in a wet pattern for about a week now. So every single day, rain, storms, every single night, rain, storms. I was able to get all of my work done. I was able to come out here. Oh man, it feels so good. It really does. I think it's easy for some people to misunderstand me, to think that I'm the most positive person in the entire world, and that's simply not the case. I do try to be positive because thinking positive, trying to be positive, it does impact everything that you do. When you get out into the environment like this, you know there's a little bit of risk there. It's exciting. You have no idea what's going to happen. It puts a smile on your face. Talking about being out in the rain and whatnot, you want to be out here with me. I know you do. If you don't, there's something wrong inside. Anyways, there's multiple ways to get to this point. I think I will get back on the trail, we'll hike over the mountains here. When I come back, I may take the road, we'll see. It is quite windy up here, thank God too. I need to cool off just a little bit. Whew. Also, the rain is picking back up. I love that tree. It has been there for a very long time, and I have spent countless days, even nights, underneath it. Sometimes I would stealth camp, sometimes I would come out, take photos, take pictures of passing storms, astrophotography and whatnot. Sometime back, someone carved into that tree. I was afraid that it was going to kill it, actually, or at least make a weak point. You have to think, this tree here is on top of that mountain. It has to put up with all of the forces of the wind and whatnot, the snow, so any sort of weakness could bring it down. Luckily, it has healed up. It's still scarred, but it looks like it's going to be okay. Now I'm coming down from the top of that mountain. What I need to do is find a place where I can pitch my tarp and get lunch going. Some coffee. Yeah. This is a pretty cool spot on this mountain range. For whatever reason, it tends to be fogless in this one spot. So I could stand here and it's almost a perfect circle around me of fog. But yet right here, it's clear. I mean, check that out. It must be the perfect elevation or something, I don't know. So the fog has cleared out, but only for a second. Rain's coming back in. You can see the fog racing across the mountain there. Over here we have more coming our way. I may go off trail here, actually. I wonder if there's a fence down here. Let's go see. It is coming down. What I'm on right now is a cattle trail. I don't think there's any cows out here right now. I'm not seeing any fresh poop or anything. Whew. Okay. I was going to cross the field there, but now it is pouring. I'm hearing some thunder as well, so what can I do here? What can I do? I could set up right here, but I mean, there's a torrent of water coming down the hill. I guess technically it would work. I'll just give it a minute. We'll see what happens. We'll listen to the thunder. Check out that tree right there. Maybe I should use it and set up a tarp. This, my friends, is not bad. I can actually tie right about here, tie over here, and then stake it out and have a pretty nice shelter. That's what I'm going to do. As you all can see, the tarp has been set up. That took roughly 5 minutes. It was a little tricky because it's so windy here. Sometimes the wind gusts are like 30 miles an hour, but the tarp is set up. I now have a sheltered place to have lunch. In this area, the wind just seems to be circulating, so sometimes it's coming this way, then this way, then this way. I can't win, so I'm going to get the stove fired up here. Storming again. Now that I've been stationary for a while, I'm cooling down. This little bit of heat feels good. I have to hold the pot like this because the ground is not level. If I let go, the whole thing will just topple over. You gotta love being in the mountains, folks. Gotta love it. There we go. For lunch, we have a Pinnacle Foods meal. Chipotle beef burrito bowl. Now that this is rehydrating, it is time for coffee. My friends, cheers. That is awesome. I tell ya, it is so quiet out here. Every once in a while, you'll hear a crow, and that's about it. After lunch, we'll pick back up, we'll hike basically through this field, and we will go around. If I'm going to stealth camp out here, I need to make sure that I can get away from all buildings, all roads, anyone and everyone. So we'll see if that's possible in just a minute. Let's give this a shot, shall we? I put way too much water in it. Whoops. I was in a hurry, so whatever. Here we go. Now it's more like a soup. It's freaking awesome. So let me ask you all what is new. Make sure to comment down below and share what adventures you've been on, new pieces of gear, and so on. I've been super busy. I've been filming a bunch of adventures. Susie and I, we wrapped up the Colorado trip. That was not long ago. That was a ton of fun. It really was. It's funny when doing those big road trips, I'm always excited to get home, but a week after returning, I'm always ready to head back out. And I'm ready to go again. Susie and I have been talking about maybe going down to Texas in a month or so and doing a trail down there. That'd be pretty cool. This warm meal and this warm coffee is exactly what I need right now. It is fairly chilly. When you factor in that I'm a little bit wet with sweat, it's windy, it's chilly. Yeah, I've been sitting here for a while. I'm definitely cooling down. For this trip, I'm testing out some new gear. I have the Fjallraven Abisko Tarp. I've already tested this out once already. It really does a great job. So my testing continues. This is the first time that I've had it out in the rain, and so far, there's no issues. The backpack, that is something new that I got in. It is so far completely waterproof, but it really hasn't been raining all that hard yet. What I'm the most impressed with so far is the comfort. It's very comfortable. It's not perfect. It needs like a mesh outer pocket so that when I get done with this tarp, I can put it in that pocket and nothing inside of my pack gets wet. That would be a nice addition. You know how it is. Nothing's perfect, right? The chest rig, that is from Helicon Techs. That is the Numbat, and it's awesome. It's not waterproof, but it's super water resistant. On the inside, I keep everything in a plastic bag that doesn't need to get wet. I have my wallet in there, my phone, keys, extra batteries, handgun, so on and so forth. It looks like it's clearing up. The sun is actually about to pop out. Lunch was good, coffee was good. Now I'm ready to hike. Let's go see if we could find some stealth camp options. That's where we came from. And this is where we are going. I'm getting out here pretty good now. I'm definitely far enough away from roads, trails, basically any place someone could be. What I like to do when I'm stealth camping is to be right on the edge of a forest or right on the inside of the forest. It really does depend on the situation, of course. How much concealment do I need? Over here is pretty sweet, folks. We have all of these bushes that will cut down on the wind. Inside of there would make an excellent spot for a tent. I mean, it really would. Check that out. Talk about being protected from the wind. No one could see us inside of there, so that's pretty nice. The last time I was out here was a few years ago, and I don't remember if I went this far or not. If I did, I don't remember much about it. There are basically limitless options for stealth camping out here. This winter I'm coming back. It won't be that long. In a few months it'll be cold enough for the road here to be closed. It pretty much closes as soon as the temps get below freezing. There's a number of like cascading waterfalls that spray all over that road. And that means there's no one out here. I can hear roaring water from down here. I don't know if we can easily get to it or not. Might have to hop a fence to get to it. If I go this way, I can get to water very easily, and that is good information to have. Now that I know there's water out here, I don't have to bring that much. Without a doubt, the conditions are changing. It was looking rather nice there for a second. I have accomplished everything I wanted to do on this trip. Got out into the fog, into the rain, into the wind. I scouted, and I've located many excellent potential campsites. The first second that I see that the road is closed, I will be out here. As I wrap up this adventure, everyone, and head back to the car, let's talk about clothing real quick. Wet weather clothing. The key here is synthetic materials. You need materials that dry quick. So you could be out in the rain, you could be out in the humidity, you can get wet with sweat, you can also get wet from the rain, from the moisture. With synthetic materials, you will dry out super fast. And this trip is a great example. I have a polyester shirt. The pants are polyester cotton. These are from Fjallraven. It's because of the polyester material that these dry super fast. And you can see these pants are dry. You will find that there are very few cotton blends out there. So polyester cotton, that's good. Cotton by itself, that's terrible. Nylon's good. Polyester by itself is good. Wow. Beautiful, everybody. Beautiful. Clearing up once again. You can see the building clouds, though. Use those materials for your next wet weather trip and you will be a-okay. For the return trek, I will go a different way. Well, folks, I might as well say goodbye now. Thank you all very much for joining me for this trip. I hope you've had a good time. I will see you all in the next upload, and I will see you next Thursday with the next adventure. Make sure to hit the thumbs up because it does help the channel. It's a great way to support the Outdoor Gear Review. You can also join Patreon or join the Wolfpack here on YouTube. Be well, folks. Strength and honor. Bye for now. Let's don't die. Whew. Very slick.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was done feeling hopeless, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold. It's funny how easily a life can be torn apart. Why couldn't I simply